In this video, I will be talking about big history, sustainability, and their links to human uniqueness. To start off with, what is big history? Big history is essentially a scientific narrative of the changes from the Big Bang to the present, which could possibly help extrapolate our future. Big history is something that highlights the increasing complexities and fragilities of new emerging systems through descriptions of threshold moments and the underlying organizing principles. On top of that, big history also highlights the interactions between different temporal and spatial scales and the need to grasp knowledge across different fields of studies. Secondly, sustainability is ultimately a socio-ecological process characterized by the pursuit of a common ideal. With increasing fragility and complexity in the universe comes greater instability and problems. By definition, sustainability centers around meeting the needs of the present, without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Simply put, it is a social, economic, and environmental challenge. So you may ask, how does big history and sustainability link to human uniqueness? To help explain this, I will first go through the major events that led to such uniqueness and distinctiveness. Around 200,000 years ago, the human species evolved to become the most dominant force on the planet. This was predominantly due to the power of the human brain, which gave Homo sapiens the capability of preserving information, creating entirely new forms of complexity. With such powerful brains, thanks to evolution, collective learning is something that sets us apart from other species. In terms of human uniqueness, humans have the unique ability to share, store, and build upon accumulated knowledge. This is important, as it can help explain our current environmental problems. Next is symbolic language. In time, humans have developed powerful symbolic language that has been learned collectively for hundreds of thousands of years. This has allowed for a better spread and diffusion of information. From generation to generation, informations, tools, and technologies have all been passed down. And with such powerful minds and information comes responsibility and action. Now I'd like to point out some of the key events that have occurred since the existence of humans. The first one is foraging and migration. A while back, humans had to come up with new adaptive strategies to survive, whilst migrating in search for food. It was common for humans to stick together in groups, moving into new environments they had never experienced before. They would then exploit resources useful to them and hunt various different species to extinction. The second important event is the agrarian civilization and agriculture. As humans opted to stay in the same place, populations grew. It was the beginning of a generation of powerful networks of collective learning, in other words, civilizations. Civilizations and communities grew denser and larger, which meant more resources had to be extracted and consumed within a smaller area. Humans started to experiment with their environment, specifically agriculture, which became a revolution. Farm produce gave a surplus of food, which led to a division of labor. Agrarian communities became a lot more diverse, and collective learning further increased. As societies thrived, we entered a period, now known as the Anthropocene. It is the period where humans have had the most impact on the environment, due to urbanization and an unsustainable way of living. Lastly, in spite of this, human technologies are continuing to improve, with renewable energies and efficient waste treatment equipment being good examples. Even though we've had so much influence on the planet's CO2 levels and climate, we are still very hopeful of the challenge in hand. The combined factors of social, political, and technological factors decide the success or failure of a sustainable future. Changes in social behaviors and cooperation between world leaders will play a crucial role in achieving sustainability. With that being said, we are very hopeful that humans will in the end, through the power of collective learning, collaboration, and the human brain, will come up with strategies and solutions that can successfully achieve sustainability before it is too late. Thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.